think I'll cross and take my mans out, just kill yourself. In the trenches, 40 on my hip, I had to fix my...
New merch out right now. Go shop at FlissTwins.com, bro. Let's get it.
Son,
I didn't see it. Frank. I didn't see it. Frank.
has undoubtedly become one of the best Asian footballers ever in history. And although he hasn't won any trophies due to the fact that he plays for Tottenham, he has still become a glowing symbol of South Korea and all of Asia in the international football scene. However, his rise to being a superstar is interesting, considering he never played in a football match until he was a teenager. So, how did Heung-Min Son essentially come out of nowhere from South Korea to become one of the most valuable players in the Premier League and in Asia? Well, let's take a look. Heung-Min Son's childhood wasn't too easy. He was born in Chuncheon, South Korea on June 8th, 1992, and at a young age, he fell in love with football and started learning the basics of the sport. On top of that,
can you just do regular push-ups, sir?
For real.
You don't have to be just with the ball the whole time. Let's just talk about my twin.
Son's main teacher for football was actually his father, Son Woong-jung, who subjected Son to hours of football exercises, like juggling the ball non-stop, for example. He also banned Son from playing in matches until he became a teenager, so that his early years could solely be focused on developing his skill with the football and not risk hampering his future career with an early injury. You see, Son's father was a former pro as well, but he had to retire early due to an Achilles injury. So maybe this experience is why Heung-Min Son had really strict rules at an early age during his developmental years. Additionally, Son's father had a unique set of directions for Son, like not emphasizing any discipline so creativity can be the main focus, and no separate physical training as well. The main focus was dribbling with the football and improving technique, which is also why shooting and passing drills were also restricted by Son Woong-jung and wasn't the primary focus. Heung-Min Son even opened up about his experience with his father as the coach and stated it was very difficult. He said, "My father was a very tough coach and still is now. He'd always say that you had to work hard, you had to be professional, but without his tough training, I wouldn't be here. For 4 hours I would juggle the ball. Can you imagine? 4 hours? After 2 hours..."
First of all, juggling the ball for 4 hours is crazy. Like, I can understand me crushing Ruby Rose for 4 hours.
Bruh.
But juggling for 4 hours is kind of crazy. I ain't gonna care.
Soccer.
Huh? I know. I'm just saying. But juggling for 4 hours, like, bro, come on now.
The floor looks like a roller coaster. You start to see 3 balls. They were crazy memories for me. The training seemed very difficult. However, Son was stated to be very obedient to his father's harsh training, and that's probably why he's so successful today and playing for a big Premier League club in London. However, before playing in the Premier League, how did Heung-Min Son go from training alongside his father with 0 match experience to becoming a pro in Europe? Well, fast forward a few years from Son's childhood, he was now a talented teenager playing for the FC Seoul under-18s. That's when in 2008, the South Korean Federation secured a deal with Hamburg to give trials to a few promising young players from the country. Heung-Min Son happened to be one of those few players selected for the trial, and he did not look back. Almost immediately, he showed to Hamburg that he was already a gifted technician on the ball at just 16 years old. Obviously, this is all thanks to his father for all that dribbling training at a young age, and this made sure that Son was better than his teammates technique-wise. And although Son had no problem adapting football-wise, Son did say that adapting to the German life was extremely difficult. However, as time progressed, he started to get more used to it and picked up the German language pretty quickly. And a huge reason for that was thanks to SpongeBob, actually. I'm actually being serious, by the way. Hear this.
I've got a bit of a random question to ask you. You learned how to speak German watching SpongeBob SquarePants. Is this true?
Yeah, I couldn't speak English. I couldn't speak German. I had to do something, so I tried to watch TV SpongeBob to listening, you know.
See, told you.
Okay, because in German they probably had like the SpongeBob speaking in that language. Okay, I was for the sake because I never heard SpongeBob speaking that language, but
no. Anyways, Heung-Min Son quickly rose through the ranks of the Hamburg youth teams and made it to the first team for the 2010-11 season, and in a preseason game against Chelsea, Heung-Min Son scored his first Hamburg goal off the bench. However, in that same game, Son fractured his foot, which meant he wouldn't be able to make his real professional debut in the Bundesliga until October. His time finally came against FC Köln, and he scored a dream debut goal against the German club. This made him the youngest Hamburg player to score a goal in the Bundesliga at just 18 years old. He then went on to finish the campaign with 3 goals in 14 games. Not bad for an 18-year-old kid. Heung-Min Son continued to show his talent at Hamburg for the next 2 seasons, with him getting 5 goals and 1 assist in 30 games in the 2011-12 campaign, and then he went on to get 12 goals and 2 assists in 34 games in the 2012-13 season. This exceptional last season from a then 20-year-old Son had bigger clubs taking a look at him, and Bayer Leverkusen were the ones that snatched him up for around 10 million euros to get him to play for them. Right away, Heung-Min Son started showing his class with Bayer Leverkusen, and in his debut 13-14 season with the club, he got 12 goals and 7 assists in 43 games. Additionally, during the season, Heung-Min Son got a hat-trick against his former club Hamburg, his first hat-trick in his career.
Boy, you hit your head all on that pole.
His former club.
Oh my!
his career. I bet Hamburg fans were feeling some type of way when their former player destroyed them. Also, fun fact, Heung-Min's son actually helped Leverkusen more than just on the pitch. Thing is, Leverkusen were having financial troubles despite making Son their record signing of 10 million euros. However, this gamble was worth it because Son was becoming more known in South Korea, and that's when the South Korean TV company, LG, decided to be the shirt sponsor for Bayer Leverkusen and help them out financially. Heung-Min's son basically saved his club, bro. That's crazy. Now going back to football, Heung-Min's son improved in the following 14-15 campaign and scored 17 goals and got 4 assists in 42 games for the German club. Initially, Heung-Min's son was supposed to stay at Bayer Leverkusen for longer. However, Son's dream was to play in the Premier League, and when Tottenham kept calling to sign him, Son just couldn't resist.
HR leaders. Hi Bob has a snap.
He said
That's how Makai was.
He said Premier League. No, it wasn't. It's on the wrong story.
That's when in the summer of 2015, Heung-Min's son signed for Tottenham Hotspur for around 30 million euros, making him the most expensive Asian signing at the time. Then at the start of the season, Son scored a goal against Crystal Palace, making fans believe that he was going to go and destroy the Premier League. However, that wasn't the case, because that entire season he only got 8 goals and 5 assists in 42 games, his lowest stats since his first season at Hamburg. On top of that, only 4 of those 8 goals came in the Premier League. That wasn't entirely his fault though, because Son wasn't the starter for Tottenham yet, and he was in and out of the starting lineup. This made Son
I heard the Hotspurs was like hot ass.
They was trash? They trash? I thought that team was good.
At what? Have you seen the road to victory with them before?
Oh, they always getting beat. They always getting beat every time we see
point, they hot ass. They're not hot Spurs.
We did. The niggas always be losing.
Club after only 1 season. However, Poch convinced Son to trust him and to stay, and Son reluctantly agreed. However, since then, Heung-Min's son has been almost unstoppable for Spurs and hasn't looked back since his debut season. Real quick though, if you made it this far in the video, please remember to subscribe. It's completely free, and you can always unsubscribe later in the future if you want. Thank you. Back to Son, ever since his debut season, he's gotten an additional 133 goals and 73 assists for Tottenham Hotspur, bringing his total stats at the time of me recording this to 141 goals and 78 assists in 362 games. And although he hasn't won any trophies since he plays for Tottenham, he has gone a ton of personal achievements.
He said they're doing good.
He plays for Tottenham. He has gone a ton of personal achievements throughout his time at Spurs,
like
being the first South Korean and Asian to ever win the Premier League Player of the Month, winning Player of the Year for Tottenham in the 18-19 and 19-20 season, winning the Premier League Golden Boot alongside Mohamed Salah after the 21-22 season, where he got 23 goals and helped Tottenham reach Champions League football. And he also won the Puskás Award while playing for Tottenham in the game against Burnley, where he scored a great goal after an amazing solo run. He's won many more personal achievements at Tottenham, but these are the most important ones as Son slowly and surely becomes a legend for Tottenham Hotspur. And although he's been poorly in this current 22-23 season with only 10 goals and 4 assists in 37 games, I'm sure he'll be back to his best in no time. Now let's talk about Heung-Min's son's time with the South Korean national team, because he's made a ton of history for the country and for himself while playing for his nation. One thing a lot of people don't know is while he was becoming a legend for Tottenham, there was a good chance that
South Korea.
One thing a lot of people don't know is while he was becoming a...
I was gonna say, boy, this not South Korea. Him, not South Korea.
Legend for Tottenham, there was a good chance that Heung-Min's son had to put his career on pause. This is because all South Korean males are required to participate in the military for 21 months before they turn 28 years old. There are exceptions.
Wait, what did he say?
Had to put his career on pause. This is because all South Korean males are required to participate in the military for 21 months before they turn 28 years old. There are...
I'll bug up. You know I will.
Dang, that's for a minute. 21 months?
21 months, that's 2 years. It's like 12 months in a year.
Damn.
Exceptions though, like for athletes bringing some sort of medal, trophy, or achievement back to South Korea, as this means they're providing good service for the country. These exceptions can exempt South Korean athletes from military service, which is what Heung-Min's son desperately wanted. He came close to achieving this exemption at the 2015 Asian Cup, where South Korea had to play host Australia in the final. And although Heung-Min's son scored in that game, Australia won 2-1 and won the entire tournament. Then at the 2016 Olympics, Son participated for the South Korean side, knowing that any medal will help him get military exemption. However, in a knockout game, Honduras surprisingly won 1-0 and knocked South Korea out of the Olympics. This was a huge chance missed by South Korea, and Heung-Min's son realized that and wouldn't stop crying on the pitch after the 90 minutes were up. Then at the 2018 World Cup, South Korea didn't go out of the group stages. However, they were the reason why former World Cup champions Germany went out of the tournament, and Heung-Min's son played a huge part in that, scoring the last-minute goal to help send them out. And although this was a heroic performance by South Korea, they did not receive an exemption due to the fact that they didn't go far in the tournament. However, Son's luck would finally turn second round at the 2018 Asian Games. South Korea needed to win the gold medal to get their players exempt from military service, and that's when Heung-Min's son carried his country to the final against Japan. And although it was a very difficult match, Heung-Min's son provided both of the assists in a 2-0 victory for South Korea, making sure they brought the gold medal home and also helped Son be exempt from military service. Imagine having the pressure of needing to win something for your country, or else your amazing career would have to be put on pause with no guarantee that you can go back to your very best. That's what Son had to go through. Now Son's quest for military exemption has been accomplished. However, he still had to continue to make his country proud. And at the 2022 World Cup, he did just that. During the last group stage game,
that look a lot of pressure though. I'll just
like you gotta win a medal or you gotta go to the military for 2 years.
I'm doing the most, bro.
I'm telling you, I'm getting a hat trick every game possible.
I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling what the heck.
I'm not smiling.
If you don't want to celebrate,
I'm not celebrating. I'm not even looking for holes.
I swear.
I'm not even looking for them.
I'm like the freaking heck in.
I'm not even go sign shirts for the kids.
Bro, I swear, bro. I'm telling my teammates, if you ain't want to score, then get out the way.
I'm gonna sub them out if they play bad.
That's OJ.
I'm so locked in.
I'm like
Portugal, who already qualified to the knockout stages and had to make sure Ghana lost to Uruguay, but also that Uruguay does not beat Ghana by more than 3 goals.
Bicycle kicks and all that.
But
I don't care if I break my
the
neck.
chances were for South Korea to make the round of 16. However, in the dying moments of the game, Heung-Min's son had a solo run against 3 Portuguese players. Then, with nowhere left to go, he timed a perfect pass to his teammate Hwang Hee-chan, and he finished it off, giving South Korea the 2-1 win to go to the knockout stages in the tournament for the first time in forever. Son, who recovered from an injury quickly to participate in the World Cup for South Korea, made his country proud yet again, which just shows why Son is the shining jewel of
So we're not gonna explain that freaky ass shit he just had on a opponent shirt?
Bro, he had an X on his shirt.
Why his nipples out and shit?
Korea. Safe to say that Heung-Min's son's harsh training with his father.
Hey,
not a part of training.
Hey,
not a part of training.
Dad didn't teach you that.
South Korea. Safe to say that Heung-Min's son's harsh training with his father.
Okay. He practices scanning the
but
field.
he'll definitely be one of the best Asian
Yeah.
footballers, if not the best, to ever play the game. He's become the pride and joy of South Korea and all of Asia, and I can see why. He gives hope to billions of Asians around the continent that they can make a big name for themselves in a sport dominated by Europeans and South Americans. He's living proof of that, and that's why Heung-Min's son is regarded as a hero around Asia. Anyways, if you enjoyed this video, please remember to subscribe.
He's definitely a hero, for sure. Cause that's different, bro. That's different. I ain't gonna cap. Jackson, no look.
Heard you one time to the mob. Heard that you trying to get involved with it. Heard that you trying to come by.